Okay, we are back, and I'm actually handling this second session by myself. Renee had to leave, so I'm kind of here by myself to hold down this last half. But I think we have time for one more caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, and you've been listening, so you kind of know we've been talking about medical malpractice cases and medical malpractice issues here in Maryland. And do you have a question or a comment or something like that regarding the topic?
Well, I have a question for you. I think I may have a medical malpractice case, but I was really concerned about what issues I need to be on the lookout for.
Okay, so, and this is for everybody that's listening to this podcast. If you weren't able to hear, the caller is asking about what issues she may need to be on the lookout for, if she may possibly have a medical malpractice case here in Maryland. Caller, were you able to hear our discussion earlier about our consumer guide that we wrote on medical malpractice in Maryland?
Yes.
Okay, good. And if you would like a copy of that guide, you can just send us an email at info@bostonlawllc.com, and we will get that out to you. Just give us your information, and we will send a courtesy copy out to you. So, again, dealing with the question that the caller has raised, there are two big things that you really have to be on the lookout for, caller, and that is, number one, the issue of causation. You've got to really be able to show that in your situation or in your loved one's situation, whatever the medical professional did was the cause of your damages, or is the cause of your, as we say, injury. Damages, that's just a big fancy legal word, but it's essentially your injuries, what the harm that the medical professional caused you. So you've got to make sure that whatever he or she did or did not do is the specific cause. And what I like to do is I like to deal with a simple example. Let's say, and I don't know if this is something that is what you have going on, but let's say you have an issue and you go to see a foot doctor, and the foot doctor is doing his or her thing, and they're working on your foot, and they're doing a procedure, and the person who's at the foot doctor, they have a heart attack and they die because of the heart attack. Well, to be successful in that situation, if there is an allegation of medical malpractice or medical negligence, you've got to be able to show that the heart attack was the cause of something that the foot doctor did or did not do. Now, if through the investigation and through the records and everything, it's determined that the heart attack was not caused by something that the foot doctor did or did not do, then that case is not going to be successful. You're not going to be able to go forward with that. So causation, again, that is a very, very big issue. The second thing that you've really got to be on the lookout for, and this is something a lot of people don't know, especially in this day and age where everything is bombarded with tort reform this, tort reform that. You got a frivolous lawsuit on this. You got the McDonald's case and all of these other things that are always talked about in the media. The McDonald's case with the hot coffee, which there was a lot going on in that case, which of course the media never talks about. But like here in Maryland, you cannot go forward with your case unless a medical doctor will come on record and say that your treating medical professional fell below the standard of care in your situation. So what that really means, caller, is that you've got to have another doctor to come in and say that your treating professional fell below the standard of care. That professional essentially messed up, and that mess up is what, here's that magic word again, is what caused your injuries or your damages. So those are the two really big things that you got to really be on the lookout for. There's some more other issues too, statute of limitations, statute of repose, but that's kind of getting into some more other details and some more other things that are, that would be for another show. But I'm hoping that, was that at least able to give you a better idea, caller, of kind of what's going on?
Yes, that was So very informative. I thank you for that.
Okay, and thank you for calling in, and voicing your asking your question. So, and by the way, were you able to get all of our information when you called in and everything like that? Did they give you everything?
Yes.
Okay. All righty. Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
Okay, and again, just to wrap up everything, because we are about out of time. As you can see, that question, and I'm glad that caller asked that question. That's something that we get a lot of. I mean, we get a lot of questions on a lot of medical issues, but that one specifically, what do I have to be on the lookout for? That's a question that we get a lot, and what I just explained, if those things aren't there, your case will not be successful. I'm going to say that again. If those things are not there, your case is more than likely not going to be successful here in Maryland. If you cannot show that issue of causation, if you cannot get another doctor to come in and say that your treating medical professional fell below the standard of care, you're going to really have some problems in your case. And that's something that a lot of people, when you're doing this type of work, and a lot of times we hear from individuals who have had some really bad things that have happened to them. As a matter of fact, we just had 2 cases that we did have to turn away due to the fact that there were some issues with causation on one of them. And the second one was just that we couldn't, our medical, when we ran the issues by the medical records by a doctor that we wanted to talk to about a professional, they couldn't get on board with what was going on. So if you have those types of things, then the case is not going to be successful going forward. And it's very hard at times to tell a potential client that, look, in my opinion, this case is probably not going to be successful. Now, if that is the case, of course, you do have the right to get another opinion, because my opinion, Renee's opinion, our legal opinion is just that, our legal opinion. You may be able to find another attorney. I mean, there's a lot of attorneys in Maryland who may look at it another way, who may come at it from another angle. So you're always welcome to go out and, again, get a second opinion. And now, again, second opinion, we tell, we've done a podcast on that. I mean, second opinions, just like you would get one in medicine, you can get one in law too. So I'm hoping that that through this podcast, especially this second half, that was a very good question that the caller brought up, a very, very, very important issue. I'm hoping that that you've heard something that will give you a better understanding of the process. And if you are listening right now and you're wondering, what should I do? Did the doctor mess up? Or, my loved one's death or my loved one's injury, what happened? What really went down? I mean, I don't really know. If you're in that position and you're wondering, send us an email, just like the caller alluded to about our consumer guide. Send us an email at info@bostonlawllc.com. Again, that's info@bostonlawllc.com, and let us know that you want the free medical malpractice consumer guide. If you're a Maryland resident, and again, you've got to be a Maryland resident, because the bar has specific rules on where we can mail this stuff out. But if you're a Maryland resident and you're wondering about it, go ahead and request the book. The book will help you get a good understanding of what's going on and what you have to look forward to going up against if you are thinking about pursuing something like this. And it doesn't create an attorney. It doesn't mean that you've hired us or anything like that. It's just information. It's good quality information that you can use to help make the best decision for your case, the best decision for your situation. And that is what we're always trying to do. So, I think that's going to be about it. Again, Renee had to leave for court this afternoon, so she couldn't be here to finish this up. But I hope that I did a good job for you. And again, I'm Marcus Boston. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, you can also give us a call. Or I leave. The number is 301-850-4832. Again, that's 301-850-4832. And you can also visit us on the web at bostonlawllc.com. Again, that's bostonlawllc.com. Or you can just type in Boston Law Group LLC Maryland and put that in Google, and it'll get you right to us. And again, our free books and information are also on the website. Check us out. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. You have just listened to a podcast from the trial attorneys at Boston Law Group, LLC. For more information, you can reach us at 301-850-4832. And if you would like us to answer a question in one of our podcasts, send us an email at info@bostonlawllc.com. Thank you and have a great day.